Hello again. I'm Miss Jody of the Literacy Volunteers, and I have another story to tell you. And this one's about a lion. And he's a lion who lives in France and his adventures. And he sleeps in his little sort of enclosure. It's not really a zoo, it's just a place where he goes. And he sits there and people come and talk to him. So I'm going to tell you the story of A Happy Lion, and it's written by Louise Fadio. There once was a very happy lion. His home was not in hot, dangerous places like Africa, where hunters lie in wait to shoot them. It was a lovely French town with brown tile roofs and gray shutters. This happy lion had a house in a town zoo, all by himself, with a large rock garden surrounded by a moat. Now, a moat is like a castle has a water all around it. Well, this is water all around this place. And in the middle of the park with flower beds and a bandstand. And he was a very happy lion. Early every morning, Francois, the keeper's son, stopped by to say good morning on his way to school, and he said, "Bonjour, happy lion." Now, bonjour is French for good morning, good day. Afternoons, Monsieur Dupont, the schoolmaster, stopped by on the way home to say, "Bonjour, happy lion." Evenings, Madame Passon knitted all day in the bench by the bandstand, never left without saying, "Au revoir, happy lion." Au revoir in French means goodbye. On summer Sundays, the town band filled the bandstand to play waltzes and polkas, and the happy lion closed his eyes to listen. He loved music. Everyone was his friend, and we came to say bonjour and offered him meat in little tiny tidbits. He was a happy lion. One morning, the happy lion found that his keeper had forgotten to close the door to his house. He said, "I don't like that. Someone may come in." Now, why doesn't the lion like the idea of anyone coming into his house? We don't know. He thought that was not a good idea. "Oh, well," he said. On second thought, maybe I will walk out myself and see my friends in town. It will be nice to return their visits. So the happy lion walked out. Now, I don't have him walking, but just picture that he walked down to town and said, "Bonjour, my friends," to the busy sparrows. Now, he saw a bird. "Bonjour, happy lion," answered the busy sparrows. And he said, "Bonjour, my friend," to the quick red squirrel, who sat on his tail and bit into a walnut. "Bonjour, happy lion," said the red squirrel, didn't even look up. Then the happy lion went into the cobblestone street where he met Monsieur Dupont, who had just come saying hello to him. "Bonjour," he said, nodding in a polite way. "Whoo!" said Monsieur Dupont, and promptly fanned it away. Well, he was scared of the lion because he was not in a cage. "What a silly way to say bonjour," said the happy lion, and he walked along on his soft paws. "Bonjour, mesdames." That means he saw lots of ladies. The happy lion saw further down the street when he saw the ladies who had come to see him in the zoo. "Woo!" cried the three ladies, and ran away as if an ogre of some kind of a giant was after them. "I can't think," said the happy lion, "what makes them all do that. They're always so polite when they come to see me at the zoo." "Bonjour, madame," the happy lion said again when he caught up with Madame Pisson. "Ooh la la," she said, and threw her shopping bag of vegetables into the lion's face and ran away. "Achoo!" sneezed the lion. "People in town are foolish, as I'm beginning to see." Now the lion began to hear the joyous sounds of a military march. He turned around the next corner, and there was the town band walking down the street between two lines of people. Now, the military band used to play at the bandstand right next to his cage. Rat-a-tum, 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 boom, boom. Before the lion could even nod and say bonjour, the musicians began scream and yell, "What a hubbub!" They all ran away. Now, this happy lion couldn't understand. Musicians and spectators tumbled into one another in their flight into doorways and into the doors to the cafe. Soon the street was empty and silent. The lion sat down like this, and he meditated. That means he started to think. "I suppose," he said, "this must be the way people behave when they're not at the zoo." Then he got up, went on his stroll to search for a friend who would not faint or scream or run away. But the only person he saw were pointing at him excitedly from the high windows in the balcony. They were all upstairs. They weren't going to come near this lion. Now, he's such a happy lion. Nobody's going to bother him. But they were scared. Got to turn page. Oh, I'm missing a page. There we go. Now, what was this new noise the lion heard? Choo-choo-choo, woo, woo, choo-choo-choo, woo, 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 woo. And it became more and more noisy and more loud. It may be the wind, said the lion, unless it's the monkeys from the zoo, all of them taking a stroll. All of a sudden, a big red fire engine came around the corner and stopped not too far from our happy lion. Big van came backing up at the other side with his back door wide open. The lion just sat down very quietly, just like he did in the zoo. He did not want to miss what was going to happen. He thought it was exciting. Firemen got off the fire truck, advanced very slowly, pulling out their big red fire hose. Very slowly they came closer and closer. And the fire hose crawled along like a snake, longer and longer. Suddenly, behind the little voice cried, "Bonjour, happy lion!" And it was Francois, the keeper's son, on his way home from school. He had seen the lion and came running to see him. The happy lion was so very happy to meet a friend who did not run and scream, and he said bonjour that he forgot all about the firemen. He never found out what they were going to do, because Francois put his hand on the lion's great mane and said, "Let's walk back to the park together." "Yes, let's," purred the happy lion. So Francois and the happy lion walked back to the zoo. The firemen would follow behind in the fire engine, and people on the balconies and in the high windows shouted. Finally, they said, "Bonjour, happy lion," because they were safe, because they were upstairs. From then on, this happy lion got the best tidbits in town. They all saved food for him, but if you opened the door, he would not wish to go out again. He was happier to sit in his rock garden, while the other side of the moat, Monsieur Dupont, Madame Pisson, and all his friends came like polite and sensible people to say, "Bonjour, happy lion." But he was happiest when he saw Francois through the park every afternoon on his way home from school. Then he swished his tail with joy, and Francois remained his dearest friend. Now he would swish his tail to the little boy, because this happy lion was happy that people would come to see him. Isn't that a nice story? We all wish that everyone had a happy lion. So thank you for coming. Hit share and save and like and then subscribe, and then we'll send you some more stories from the Literacy Volunteers. Thank you for watching.